Following the success of the first Nigerian Diaspora Direct Investment Summit, Nigerians in the UK will gather again together to attend a 2-day business-to-business event to interact with Nigerian state, federal ministries and agencies on one hand, and private businesses and people on the other hand, to discuss investment opportunities and how they can invest and support micro, small and medium enterprises.
And because of that, we're planning the next summit for June 12th and 13th. That summit actually should have taken place between today and tomorrow, but we decided to shift the date to June 12th and 13th. And this is going to be a business-to-business event for Nigerians in diaspora to interact with people from home. You know, those of us who live in the UK, we're sick and tired of having summits. And every time I go to Nigeria, it's the same thing. They tell me that they're very sick and tired of going to summits. Because most of the summits that we organize sometimes are talk shops. People come into these summits, they deliver papers, nothing happens. But what we have started is, and we call it a revolution, is a new concept in investment drive into Nigeria. And that concept is to go back home to Nigeria, select a few states from Nigeria, and then bring them to the UK. After the summit, we put them in rooms where they sit down, and then you diasporans can book appointments with them and talk to them one-on-one.
The diaspora is an unexploited opportunity for Nigeria. We have an ambitious plan to mobilize them to lead in the stimulation of the economic growth of Nigeria.
I must talk about my state. Kaduna State, of course, is a very popular state in Nigeria. It's a cosmopolitan state and has a lot of advantage. And one of our greatest advantages is our proximity with Abuja. Very soon there will be clots in Abuja, and definitely the next place to go is Kaduna. So the environment is there for people to come and do their business, and we are very lucky. We have a very young and amiable governor who is opening his doors to businesses, and that is why I'm here personally. So whatever I'm saying, like Mr. Falani said, is the word of the governor. So we are calling you to see what we have in Kaduna State. The environment is there, and despite what we hear in the media and what have you, things are highly secured and we're in charge. By the grace of God, we always say that. We will distribute most of them during the global summit, but I would like to officially hand over the doing business in Kaduna State, and of course the part of elements of doing business in Nigeria to the chairman.
During this second summit, we will be showcasing expertise of Nigerians in the UK who are eager to invest in the opportunities available in Niger, Kaduna and Cross River states, and to encourage Nigerians to export Nigerian goods into Europe.
So very briefly, what I'd like to leave you with is the concept that the diaspora in the UK has the contacts. It has access to funding, its own funding and other funding. It has the opportunity to follow a champion like Bimbo and to become champions, to mobilize the companies that they work for, the major organizations that are looking to establish businesses in Africa, looking to establish businesses in Nigeria, and become ambassadors for those companies to help them take that forward, that business on your doorstep. And I would like to see NDDIS this year bring forward a number of ideas so that real business can be created in Nigeria that creates real jobs. During the last NDDIS, we opened the deal room in the UK for the first time, where people sat with the investment teams from Bayelsa State, from Oyo State, and from Kaduna State. Even though we know that people have gone to those states to invest, we don't have statistics, and this is one of the lessons learned. The reasons we don't have statistics for that event was that we didn't put the mechanism in place. This time around, we're going to be doing things differently. We have recruited Hallmark Solicitors as our commercial partner, and that is owned by a Nigerian who is doing very, very well in West Yorkshire. She's leading her team of commercial solicitors to the summit.
We have engagement with the UK Trade and Investment, Businesses Council for Africa, British African Business Alliance, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Office.
If you want to go into the deal room, if you have a project or a concept or an idea, please register for the deal room. And our deal room manager, Bukola Olofinjana, and her team will look after you. They will take you to meet the banks. They will take you to sit down and talk to Niger State commissioners. They will take you to talk to the Kaduna State and the Cross River State commissioners so that you can invest safely.
But having returned to the country and seen what, for example, the current president is doing, President Goodluck Jonathan, and his administration. I mean, we have a fantastic trade and investment minister. Honourable Segun Aganga is a phenomenal minister. I mean, he works beyond anyone else's capacity in terms of wanting to ensure that Nigerians receive the best.
We expect to see you at the Nigerian Diaspora Direct Investment Summit, which is happening on June the 12th and 13th, 2014, London.